Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Friday the 8th of March. So looking at with the euro dollar first, and well, yesterday they probably got in there a bit earlier than the market expected, and reset the Lautro. It's not actually called Lautro, but it's the long-term funding for the banks. There's some more liquidity in the banks now. As I said yesterday morning in the update, there was a possibility they were looking. Some people were looking as far as June for that to start, to allow for the current winding down to happen, but it looks like they was in such a panic they've pressed the button immediately. So what's that go for the euro today? Well, I think there could be some more downside, but we have got non-farms out today. There'll be a few people licking their wounds. I'm sure there'll be plenty of buyers at these lows, because that's just the way it is. To be fair, we may get a bit more of a bounce from here. I'm looking at potentially selling into the daily pivot there, but may even play part of it to it. I'll see what happens post 8 o'clock. If it starts breaking off and there's a trend line below the current lows here, I would be looking maybe at getting into the south side, the short side of it earlier, but we'll see. But really, we've got non-farm payrolls out later on. It'd be interesting to see how they run. If they were particularly good, we could see quite a move down again for the euro. Got a feeling they may be manufactured to be not so good, but there we are. Anyway, it's a cynic in me. Right, so where to then? I think at the moment maybe up to that daily pivot and looking for reversals from that point. Right, the pound. That's my plan anyway. Cable. Where to here? Well, cable sold off as well. I mean, there was a bit of selling off, and the yen benefited from it as money went to risk. Cable didn't sell off to the same extent, but still, it's a good chunk down there. Broke the daily 21. I was looking at this a couple of days ago, and they broke that level. Where to now? Well, it's still in lower highs, lower lows, so downward trend by selling into rallies would be good. Again, may look at selling towards that 60 daily pivot, even somewhere around that region. Now that daily pivot, my chart might be slightly out because of my pivots on here are marginally out at the moment, but it's on a 30-minute time frame. It's got a 30-minute 50 coming down to that. I quite like that area potentially. Now the only thing is I'm a little bit wary about this spiky candle we just put in. It's tried another slight sell-off this morning and failed, so may just be a fake move anyway, but we'll see. But there's the potential to sell into the 30-50, the daily pivot sort of area this morning. We'll see, but that's cable. There's nothing potentially positive about cable before then, as news-wise. So let's look at the yen. It is all about the Canadian dollar and the US dollar today, so it may be a bit slower. So dollar yen. So as I said yesterday, it benefited money running into safety. It doesn't all want to go into the US dollar, so it goes into the yen, maybe the Swissy. I haven't looked at the Swissy, but maybe towards the Swissy as well. It's heading at the moment, well, it's already back to its daily 21. Up until this news, I've been pretty bearish on the yen and expected it to continue to the upside, but this may be a bit more. I mean, the uncertainty brought about by this euro may see a bit more follow through on the dollar yen. So in the short term at least, I mean, it had been putting lower highs, lower lows in throughout this week, apart from the peak at the beginning, or near the beginning. So maybe it will, with the uncertainty, it may benefit from that and continue to the downside. Fundamentally, it's got no other good reason. So if the risk starts going back on again, I would be looking for the long side, but for now it looks bearish. Aussie dollar. Aussie dollar. Well, the Aussie dollar, it's still weak as expected. The break there of those lows was quite significant. It followed through yesterday. Today, well, it's still same sort of picture, lower highs, lower lows coming through here. Maybe it reducing rate. The momentum's coming out of this, looking at it, but it is still heading south potentially, and it just, well, it may be on this shorter time frame. I imagine on the RSI maybe a bit of divergence-ish sitting around there, but we'll see. I mean, this morning it might just pitch up again, but I wouldn't be surprised if it gets sold again following that. A lot of weak news from China, not helping the currencies like Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar, most likely either. Canadian dollar then, stalled yesterday pretty much is the word. It didn't really do too much relative to any of the other currencies. Again though, it is at the moment heading more northward here at the moment. It's weakening against the US dollar here. A bit of divergence across the highs here that could be tempting all those traders in there with their short positions, and it could be for good reason, but with the amount of movement it did yesterday relative to everything else, it just shows you how stifled it really is. But there we are. As I say, maybe a bit of divergence across the highs there. Yep. So it may get a bit more of a correction with the others, but whether it's I mean, again, it could be options to be buying at some point, but there is key news out in it today, and it may be best avoided. So there we are. Hopefully we may get a bit of a move this morning, but really, as it runs through the morning with non-farm payrolls coming in at 1:30, I think we could see the usual non-farm payrolls day price action, a bit and then not a lot. Okay, have a great day. Bye for now. Have a great weekend.